Hello, Aries, and welcome to your reading with me, Melissa Joy. Come on into the room, and I'm going to get a little spiritual cleansing for you here, just to shift your mind into the receptive mode, to be able to get close to yourself, your truth, your guides, your spirit friend, because that's what we're about here. You are the diviner and creator. I am just the microphone. Now, Aries, I got to tell you, I was in the process of your reading when there came an interruption. So this may be the segue, or I might not be able to splice them at all. Okay, so we're just going to jump in, but that's why you already see cards sitting here. So I can tell you that this week, what is coming in is the theme of love and happiness. Now it's beautiful because this is tangible, palpable, physically registering in your experience world. So we can cast away old experiences, old ways, old days, get those out, like with the dustpan and the broom, no sweeping under the rug, putting it out with the trash, not yourself, the old grum, the old remnants, that type of thing. So we have this new energy of fulfillment, coming along, and you are christening this about bringing it all together. So pray for me. Maybe the readings will fit on together, but we'll see how it goes from there, because I'm just going to pick up where we were. Now, in the center, you're telling me about this Queen of Wands, that the dark has been around you for so long, but incoming is the sun. The dawn, the daybreak is on the horizon and is coming in quickly for you. So day by day, you're going to have these epiphanies, this lightening of your energy, this awakening of your spirit and following the sun. Now, I love it because the raven has come in to give you back your power, your instrument, your tool, your divining rod. Now, that is showing us as you knowing how to choose your direction, how to follow your truth, and how to be in tune with yourself. However, I do see you, man or woman, queen. This is the active energy of how to engage and connect. And it's looking back over the shoulder towards the past. Now, this card was face down because this has to do with things that we are recycling and repurposing. How are we doing that? By letting time take its course, letting nature take its course, by giving it back to the ground, releasing these things down. It's just like our food. Imagine we chew it, we eat it. If we vomit it up, we get none of the nutrition. If we let it pass on down and out, we get what is necessary for this time. And then whatever isn't for us goes back into the earth to nurture and to nourish the soul of the earth that will once again feed us when the season comes around. Now, I love this promise coming in here is don't you worry they're saying your little mind, your little head. They're talking about this part because there is the mind. Everywhere that your arms and legs can stretch out is our mind. It is the space around us. And sometimes that's why we're inviting in energies and thoughts that aren't exactly ours. Those of us that we could say have boundary issues, or maybe we grew up in troubled homes, or maybe you're a second child or a middle child, can have that mediating energy and have other things in there that really don't resonate and vibe with who you are. They're wanting to process and flush that down as well. And I love it because with that, bat's like, dur, dur, dur. Your ancestors are coming in saying, release the Kraken. They're saying, let's get Kraken. That is the justice that is bringing in here. So that's why they don't want you looking back over your shoulder, being concerned with the this and that, the here and there, the intricacies of how it's going to work out, because nature is the diviner of this. Nature can take trash and turn it into gold. It's called black gold, composter's gold, okay? And they know how to bring in that richness and fulfillment that is going to what? Bring in the blossoms, the heralding of the true victory. Victory trumps justice, because it is when justice is put in its place. What? Just us. And I love it because today is the day Mars turns direct, so it's things going in the right direction for you. Ooh, I see that. See the magic percolating up with that energy. And just know, if the other reading doesn't splice on, you missed out on nothing, because they're waking up even more of the gold to fill in the gaps and the cracks here, to make you whole, to bring you back together, to anneal you and to heal you. That's to make it a solid connection, completely connected Now, what I love is when we look forward, we're doing away with this old 10 of Wands. What we thought was swimming upstream, they're like, you're an earthing creature. This is like a stairway to heaven. Take the steps and move on up. Come out of the emotions that have been working you double time. That's what they're saying. This Mars has been being occulted by Neptune. So maybe, that's where they were talking about the past experiences, those illusions that played you into certain feelings in your body by telling you you're never going to win. It's always going to work out like this. Why does this keep happening to me? Not being able to solve or get to the crux of any of this. But the ancestors I see are beginning to come forward right here. Can you see that? And they're creating this space from that old thing. So things may not be all hitting and popping right now. Like, oh yes, we in the money. It might not be like that just yet, but it's being able to have the stamina and the strength to stand in your truth. They're overwriting the past, the old experiences, the proof with the truth. Oh, overwriting the proof with the truth, because when we're here, we don't have to prove anything. And that was 555. By the way, y'all, spiritual change on all levels, doing away with all the devils. And you're like, girl, why are you talking about devils? Now I'll tell you, I only deal in energies here more than entities, but devil is lived backwards. So it's when you're trying to go through it again, and it's just messing you up. Now, you are too fine like wine to be messing with that kind of stuff. So let's get in and see a little bit about this, of what's coming in underneath. And we have the 14, tender young love on the horizon. Equality and seahorse. That means assistance and help coming on in. So like in the seahorse kingdom, it's the male that gives birth, that nurtures the I don't know if they're called embryonic, but the little baby seahorses, the little eggs, and then brings them forth into life. If you hadn't seen it, you might Google it, because they shoot out all these little tiny seahorses from their, it looks like their navel just, and you're like, oh my God, that is hilarious. But take a look at that. But it's also coming in human form, human assistance, human help. So help is on the way. This isn't all about your doings. That's why you're a little reluctant here. You're a little reserved, a little conservative, holding it in, and they're not wanting you to hold back anymore. I see it, hummingbird. Okay, so this is our love coming on in, and you might want to check out, who was it? It's Aquarius. I had to look because their title is over here, and it's about the flower coming to find you. This help is coming to find you. It is honing in on you. And that's why the ancestors have been making this space from that trouble, from you feeling like you have to prove it or be worth anything. It's clearing out all the dust from the pipes and the channels, so that nature can come in and rectify this. And as opposed to doing away with the mountains, they're bringing in the mountains so you can mount up on your territory without having to be territorial. This is standing in your truth, and it is clearly defined as you, because it feels harmonious with your body. It feels connected to yourself. But this action of nature is coming in to assist you, kind of like this, right? We don't make the fruits. The bees and the flowers take care of that. We're the recipients. Now, in regards, in some places, we can select where to sow seeds, right? And we can assist when maybe it's too wet or too dry. But other than that, nature does the majority of the work, and that's what they're saying here. Let your nature bring this in for you, okay, friend? Nothing to prove, nothing to earn, and often if it's hard, then you have your hands in it a bit, in the space where nature would like to go, okay? So, and that's somebody, because my nose be itching fierce.
That was easy.
Now, under the Queen of Wands, we have the Hierophant coming on in, and I love this. This is New World Order. This is where it all starts to come together. This is where it takes your pain and it moves it into purpose, because pain without purpose is pointless. And not just purpose, because you're wondering, 0909, what that means. It's when meaning comes in alongside. That's what our nature is. It's those feelings of how it takes love and turns it into joy, how it takes life's purpose, and it brings in the meaning. It is the connection to ourself, and that's how you know heaven and earth are divining and working together. So this is you rising up, not being greater than anyone else, but this is you in your place, in your truth. And that is what catapults you and launches you forward into your success, okay? This is success that is going to feed you, but they're also saying this is success that is going to breed you. What is unique is there are people that they do it naturally, but they breed the seeds. So when they go along and they've planted these seeds and they notice like maybe these 4 plants out of this set of seeds have the larger fruits. And so they select the seeds from those and they plant them next year, hoping that all the plants will bear larger fruits. And again, out of those, the second year, the second generation really, they take the seeds from the ones that bear the larger fruits, or maybe the ones that still bore fruit when there was drought. You see how they're selecting for those properties that give it like grit, tenacity, hold, prosperity, irregardless of the environment. It's the ones that seem to have the adaptogens or like the stem cell property to be able to flourish no matter what the situation because of this, the hummingbird is like this divine connection. All right. Now, I love it because with the justice, they're still sitting there going, oh, and they're singing your praises, hoping that you hear and remember your beautiful song, that you remember life's song over you and how much you were loved and you are appreciated and celebrated. They're saying, celebrate good times, come on. They're saying, let the celebration on in. And that brings in this beautiful doorway, this opening of the mind. It's like in the pineal or the third eye, it thrusts open into a whole new world. And it's the aha moment, the epiphany. And more than just the details of it, it's the knowingness of like, I need more room. I want space to be myself and to connect to myself because it's titled as freedom. Now, this white horse comes on in as our power because purity is our power. All right. It is white is the harmony of all the colors coming together. There's no dissonance, no separation, no division. It's when we begin to realize that we have a blank slate, clean canvas to work with. And the mind's eye loves to interact with that. I could say project on it, but that's such a trigger word. It begins to engage and interact with it in the scope of the mind. And I love it because that's why they were doing with this old occulting of Neptune over Mars. Like that illusion keeping you trapped from taking the steps of action that support you, that connection, that's the action they're wanting you to take, Aries. 1221, perfect divine mirror, my friend. Now, I hope this has helped you. I'm so glad you stopped by. Remember, if you are here, click the like, share, and subscribe down below. It helps us rise to the top, and it is free as always. Also, I'd love to have you leave comments or compliments. Compliment me, yourself, whomever down below, because I love to see what's going on in your life and to connect with you there. It gets me all excited. So as for that, let's get this joy train going. Okay, friend? I love you. Bye.